morning out there. It's Saturday, May 2nd, and I'm going to talk a little sports this morning. This is for sports fans. If you're not interested in sports, well, find something else to do. So NASCAR is heading back to the racetrack on May 17th. The drivers will be back on the track in mid-May, making up for lost time by taking part in two cup races within days of each other. I don't know. I don't know if that's really safe, but that's what they're going to do. It's been 2 months since they held the race. So the first race is going to be held on Sunday, May 17th at Darlington Raceway in South Carolina. Of course, NASCAR is big down in the South. Okay? And then another race is going to be held 3 days later at Darlington. And then they're going to have two more cup races in Charlotte. And then Xfinity and truck events. There will be 7 fixtures in 11 days. And there will be no fans allowed in the stands because of the need for social distancing. So they're basically going to race on an empty track. But NASCAR and the teams are ready and excited to return to racing. And they have great respect for the responsibility that comes with the return to competition. So they say. Now, Charlotte will host races from May 24th to May 27th. I'm sure you're excited because I know most of you would hop on a plane right away and go down there if you could, But you can't because it's social distancing. I'd like to know, out of curiosity, how many of you guys and gals have been to a NASCAR race. I've never been to one. Okay, NASCAR said there will be no practice for each race, and the only qualifying will be for the Coca-Cola 600. I never heard of that race. There will also be Xfinity Series races at both tracks and a truck race at Charlotte. Now, the only truck races I remember is out in Riverhead. They had demolition derbies. Have any ever been to the Riverhead Demolition Derby? That was a hoot. We went there several times. They get big crowds. Used to get big crowds. Right. Anyhow, no other dates were mentioned, but NASCAR said it intends to hold a 36-race season. Now, before racing was postponed in mid-March because of the pandemic, 4 cup races were already run. Each race will be a one-day event, meaning teams will drive from their shops the day of the race and return afterward. Most of the teams are headquartered in the Charlotte area. At the track, increased health measures will be in place, NASCAR claims. Personal protective equipment is mandated. Everyone entering the track will be screened. People are required to adhere to social distancing, and the number of people allowed inside is limited. NASCAR is one of the first sports leagues to announce a resumption of the season. The Ultimate Fighting Championship, UFC, has a fight card scheduled on May 9th. So now let's talk about some of the other sports. There's not much to say, but they have said something. So Major League Baseball right now has no real plan. They're talking about maybe having games in just 2 locations. I don't know how that would work out. You might be able to get 3 games a day, and if you started at 10 in the morning and then 2 in the afternoon and 6 at night or something like that, in 2 different places, I don't know. But what I heard is that Major League Baseball has lost $12 billion because of the season is washed away. And think about the TV stations that get involved in this. They have no advertising. And Major League Baseball is trying to shorten the games. They have some ridiculous rule they put in place that when a relief pitcher comes in, he has to pitch to 3 batters. That means that these guys are specialists, he come in to get out a left-handed batter. Well, he gets the left-handed batter out, but he has to face 2 more people, unless it's the end of the inning. If it's the end of the inning, it's okay. But if there's other batters that are due up, he has to face them. And that makes the game longer. So they're trying to shorten the game. But why would you want to shorten the game? They make money on the commercials. That's why you can't watch a baseball game. Every 5 minutes there's a commercial. If a guy sneezes, if a guy walks out to the mound, they stop for a commercial. That's ridiculous. So baseball losing $12 billion. The TV stations are losing probably twice as much, but they deserve to lose it. In any event, there's not going to be a Little League World Series this year. Canceled for the first time in history. No Little League World Series. And the NBA, the National Basketball Association, maybe they're going to start in the middle of May. But I don't know how they're going to start in the middle of May because there's a lot of cities that are not going to be open in the middle of May. So maybe they'll figure something out where they go down to the playground and play. And then they could Zoom it. That would be wonderful. And the Women's Basketball League, the WNBA, they're postponed till who knows when. The NFL season, they are still scheduled to kick off in September. But we know that could change depending upon what's happening with the pandemic. And the NHL doesn't know when they're going to start at all. They have no idea. And probably they'll probably start when the ice melts, and so on. The MLS, not until June the 8th, they said. But who knows? Who knows? June the 8th is pretty close. Tennis, all the tours have been suspended and all the tournaments through July 13th. And they're freezing the rankings in the process. Well, if you're number one, you're number one. You didn't play. Nobody else is playing, so how are you going to not be number one? Pretty stupid to freeze it, or even tell people they're freezing it. And golf, all the 4 major championships were canceled already. And the only event that's waiting to be played is the Ryder Cup, which remains set to go ahead as planned on September 25th to September 27th. I don't know where it's being played this year. Maybe if they could find a country that doesn't have a pandemic, they could play there. But who knows? So, that's a quick update on the sports world. Something different, I'm sure. I'm sure you were so excited to hear all of this stuff. So in any event, that's it for me today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. Have a great day. Stay safe.